Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Rosie Rosette 2020. Today is, what is today? I think it's October 20th. I'm back in my lovely studio. So, you may hear some things or whatever, but let's jump into it. Let's talk about the fact that they have lost the parents of 545 kids. Like, what is going on with the U.S.? I don't get it. This is 2020, okay? I live in Silicon Valley. They can track somebody from here that actually, let's go back to John Kennedy Jr. They found him in the bottom of the ocean, okay? They were talking, they could have micro-clipped or chipped everyone, all those kids and all those parents. That could have been a reason for them to get in the country. There's so many things, like they could have given, a paper or, put something in their head. There's like a ton of things that they could have did, or the U.S. could have done, but they didn't. This is 2020, like Rosie Rosette 2020. There is no reason why 545 kids are without their parents, are lost in the country, and their parents are nowhere to be found. Like, it's bad enough that these kids were in cages. But wait, that's not the worst part. You guys lost all the information from the parents. Like, I don't get it. Okay, I get that we had COVID, but that means that you guys should have a lot more time to sit down at your homes on the computer and track these people. Like, everyone should have had the chip. Just like they chip, I'm not comparing the kids to animals, but in this circumstance, do I believe in chips? No, but in this circumstance, yes. Yes, I believe in the fact that those kids and the parents should have been microchipped so that they can find them. Now these kids have to grow up as orphans, but they're not really orphans because their parents are alive. But what are you guys going to do with 545? Is it 545 kids? Yeah, spread out. Anything could be happening to these kids. Like, this is the most insane thing that I have heard yet. You lost the parents. The kids? I don't get it. Let me tell you, if that happened to my kid, you would have to, I don't know what you would have to do, because ain't no way in the world that, I just don't know. It's easier said than done. I'm in another country, whatever. I know that happens. I know. Look at you. I'm taping. I don't know what I would do. I know that in New Orleans, during a certain time. Did you put that bottle there to crack that door open?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know if that was a homeless person or whatever. Anyway, I don't know what I would do, but I know that in New Orleans, that during Hurricane Katrina, that I think some kids and parents got misplaced, or I do know that my ex, so his daughter didn't know his number. With cell phones now, people don't really remember numbers, or they just press dad, mom, or sister, whatever. But I guess either she lost her phone or he lost his phone or something, but she didn't have anyone's number, so it was just her and her daughter, in Houston or something, and he could not get in touch with her. He didn't find her for like 6 months. So I cannot even, I can't see myself, and my son's grown, so I can't see myself losing my son, even if he's grown, you know what I'm saying? But to lose a little child, oh my God. I think I have nightmares about, I was having nightmares about that. You know what I did? Like a couple months ago, I was having nightmares about my son being small and he was on a train. You know how you're on the train and the train goes, or either I was on the train and he was off the train, but you know, we misconnected or something like that. And that was a nightmare, a complete nightmare. So believe me, you know, for these parents to be without kids or whatever. But you know, in some cultures, like I had these neighbors who lived here, and I think they were Ethiopian or Eritrean, but I think they're the same now, whatever. But the son, so he was such a good boy. He was telling me that, you know, because he was just leaving and going to college in Seattle, but that his mother, who was a nurse, like she had lived, you know, I think Ethiopia was their true, I mean, you know, their native home. But like they have been over to Europe and I don't know, down, you know, South America, like all over. But they have been separated, you know, so it's easy for, you know, they send their kids off to uncles or sisters or, you know, whatever. Me, yeah, and you know, it may be part of American culture too, but no, honey. And like I said, I've been through some stuff, but my son has been right there with me. I just, you know, I don't really appreciate, I don't trust people who, because I was foster parent, I don't trust people who advocate to separate parents from the kids. Now, if they're, you know, abusing them or raping them or having them raped or, you know, doing something crazy, okay, that's fine. But if you just don't like the way that they're being raised and you want their kids to be taken, No, my uncle, he said some things to me that, you know, a couple months ago, whatever. And I remember, you know, my son was younger, whatever. And I'm putting two to two together, but, you know, he had a little bit to do with some kids being taken away. I think once or twice, two people in our family. Because no one had that same reaction when he was doing his dirt with his kids. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta watch people like that. Ooh, honey, that's a bad taste in my mouth. Like I said, I was a foster parent, and I told, you know, the real mom, I said, you need to fight for your kids. Those are your kids. You know, you're doing better now, whatever. You still have rights to your kids. I don't care, excuse my language, my French, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, I mean, you know, I know if you're cracked out and, you know, you're leaving an unborn baby or you're giving the baby drugs, okay, yeah, that's, you know, I get that. Yeah, the kids should be taken away. But then, okay, but then, you know, but if you're trying, you know, and people are just evil. They're really evil. Those social workers, a lot of them don't have kids. They couldn't have kids and never. Anyway, you know, you could fight for it. Parents, if you're out there and, you know, your kids are taken away and you really, you know, have made changes and everything, those are still your kids. Those are still your kids. I mean, I've never done drugs. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I've never done drugs or, I don't know, whatever else people do to get the kids taken away or whatever. Thank God, you know, my child was never taken away, but boy, that would be, I can't imagine. But again, my child is older. And, you know, whatever we went through, we got through it. And he's a fine young man. But I just still have heart for, you know, single mothers, single fathers who really want their kids. And for some reason or another, you know, they may have a little drug habit, a little alcohol habit, or I don't know. I can't remember why people get their kids taken away for whatever reason. But fight, do better, get cleaned up, get the jobs. There's so many resources out there. When COVID first started, my spirit wasn't right. My spirit, I was like, my spirit, and it was like, I don't know if it was in my building or in my neighborhood or in my city, but my spirit wasn't right, because I was like, there's a child somewhere near, I don't know if it was in my building, I don't know where, but my spirit just wasn't right. And I was like, there's kids that, are going through some things, and, just mentally or physically, it was just really irritating me. So, I put it on Facebook. I said, listen, if anyone needs help with something, inbox me, let me know. And actually someone did inbox. I don't even know who the person was, but they knew of someone who was in a situation who needed to move. And thank God, I told her, I think it was her, to tell, the parent and the child, okay, go here and go here. They're giving out hotel vouchers where, people can stay or whatever. And I think it was right on time. And actually, where the people were, because I think they were in a situation where, they were about to get kicked out. It was a father and a daughter. I don't know these people's names. I don't know. I don't even remember the person who inboxed me. But, I'm assuming that they got help, because it was right when they started to give out vouchers and everything. And I never heard from the person again, because they were literally right across the street from, I think, Salvation Army. And, you were able to get vouchers for a hotel, so, I don't know if that was it, though. The feeling that I got, a child was being abused from, being at home with the parents, and I understand and I got stressed out. It's very stressful, now the parents have to, parents have to pick whether they have to make money or they, have to go to work with these kids. Are they going to leave the kids home alone? I mean, I was a latchkey kid. I think I had my own key when I was 7, 6. When first grade, I came home. Yeah, first grade, 6. Yeah, I have my own key. But, times are different now. Times are very different. Things are different, CPS. I think I should have been, I don't know what the laws were when I was 45 years ago, but I don't think 6-year-olds can stay at home or, have keys or anything. So, it's hard. It's hard being a parent. It's hard being a single parent. It's hard being a parent in Silicon Valley. It's hard being a parent when your rent is $4,000, $3,000, $2,000, and the jobs are only paying $15. That's the minimum wage here. Not everybody's in tech here. No, there's not everyone. Not even half of the people here are in tech. Yeah, I heard at Google they're paying $22,805. Oh, I was like, what the heck? I heard you before I saw you. I thought I was I'm not even going to say a rat, but I was like, what is that noise? But anyway, it's a person. I haven't seen a rat here. Have you ever seen a rat here? No, we don't have rats here. Anyway, so yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to maintain here. It's beautiful in California, but in Northern California, in the Bay Area, in Silicon Valley, it is expensive as hell. This is not, like Montana or Alabama or somewhere in Tennessee. No, this is Silicon Valley. Even though rents have gone down, but it's still hella expensive. And, for a parent to have to pick, well, for one thing, to be out of work, not to be able to pay that $2,000 rent for a 2-bedroom apartment, then get called back to work, but yet the kids are at home. Like, and the government's not doing anything. Now they're begging people. This is October 20th. They're begging people, they're begging government to open up the schools. Like, people are losing everything. My son and I walked over to this cleaners to get a mask, and there were like 5 businesses closed. I mean, not like closed, we'll open up in a couple of days. No, they were cleared out. There was a liquor store or a corner store. There was a yoga studio. There was a Straw Hat Pizza. There was like 7 businesses closed, gone, just nothing. So, government, you guys are gonna have to do better, because there's no way. Let's get back to the subject at hand. There's no way that 545 kids, should be without the parents. I don't care what you guys have to say. That is insane. Trump, you have gotten an F, a triple F. You've got kicked out of college for that alone. So please get it together. Goodbye.